with nobody very anxious to make it, and Urubande actually making it from Pridwell, Danoli towards the outside. Belvedere and Strong Promise, who made just a little mistake at that one, then Squire Silk and Borough 8 and Oh So Risky. They race to the second. Urubande from Danoli in second. Then Strong Promise and Pridwell and Belvederian, a little gap then to Oh So Risky and Squire Silk, and finally Borough 8. As Urubande, who made a lot of running in the Sun Alliance, leads from the great Irish equine hero Danoli in second. Then Pridwell, Belvederian and Strong Promise. Then Oh So Risky. And behind Oh So Risky, Squire Silk and Borough 8. Turn into the home stretch on the first circuit in this Martell Aintree hurdle with Urubande, the novice, taking on the seasoned horses. Over the third, the leader from Danoli, Belvederian and Pridwell, and then Strong Promise, and then Oh So Risky, Borough 8 and Squire Silk. Coming down to the next, the last in the straight, before they turn out into the country. Urubande from Danoli and Belvederian and Pridwell and Strong Promise and Oh So Risky. Then Borough 8 and Squire Silk. And the crowd's calling already for Danoli, who's had songs written about him and who's idolized in his home country. Gallant horse who survived what could have been a race-terminating injury last year in this very race. So as they go out into the country, it's still Urubande, Belvedere on the inside of Danoli. Just in behind them, Pridwell and Strong Promise, then Oh So Risky, Borough 8 and Squire Silk. Coming to number 6 of the 11 flights, Urubande from Belvedere and Danoli, Strong Promise, Pridwell on the inside, then Oh So Risky, Borough 8 and Squire Silk. Although the back marker, Squire Silk, still travelling very strongly over the... Oh, and a mistake by the leader there, went right through that, but it didn't seem to interrupt his momentum noticeably. Urubande over the 8th from Danoli in second, Belvedere and Pridwell next, then Strong Promise and Borough 8, Squire Silk making a little bit of progress now from the rear as the leader swings left-handed. Urubande from Danoli in second and Belvedere in third, Strong Promise 4, 5 Pridwell, 6 Borough 8 making a little bit of progress. 7 and 8 are Oh So Risky and Squire Silk. Racing towards the home turn now with 3 flights left to jump in the Martell Aintree hurdle. Urubande the leader. Danoli's being chased along all the time by Tommy Tracy, and he's not making a lot of progress at the moment. Strong Promise, the 5-year-old, is coming there towards the outside. Urubande is the leader as they come to the third last from Strong Promise, Borough 8, and on the far side Danoli and Pridwell a faller there. Pridwell a heavy fall at that one. Urubande the leader at the second last from Danoli and Strong Promise. Urubande from Strong Promise and Danoli as they race down towards the final flight in the Martell Aintree hurdle. Urubande from Strong Promise, Danoli back in third, Borough 8 4. Urubande lands in the lead from Strong Promise second, Danoli in third, Borough 8 4. Squire Silk 5, and as they race up towards the line, Strong Promise laying down a very strong challenge now to Urubande. It's Urubande on the far side, Strong Promise on the near side. Urubande just holding Strong Promise at the line. Urubande's won it from Strong Promise, but Danoli third and Borough 8 4. Squire Silk 5, 6 Belvederian, and 7 was Oh So Risky. And I can report that Pridwell was up on his feet all right and clearly unscathed. And so the result of the Martell Aintree hurdle, first number 8 Urubande, owned by Mr. M.G. St. Quintin, trained by Ireland's champion young trainer Aidan O'Brien, and there he is greeting his first Aintree winner, talking there to the Irish champion Charlie Swan. Second was number 7 Strong Promise, owned by Mr. Jeff Hubbard, trained by him and ridden by Kieran Gall, and what a credit he was to his owner trainer. Third, number 3 Danoli, the dual champion in this race, owned by Mr. Dan O'Neill, trained by Tom Foley and ridden by Tommy Tracy. And fourth was number 2 Borough 8.
What a brave show by Danoli. He hasn't jumped a hurdle today, but look just in behind him there, the yellow colours, blue sleeves. This is Pridwell, who at the time was going quite well. He comes late, hit the top, and down he goes. Chris Maud is thrown actually underneath the rails there, you can see, or almost. He's rolled and bounced. That's what a jockey has to do. He ends up underneath the rails, but we do hear that he seems to be okay. But the race went on.